While Pakistan is trying hard to revive violence in Kashmir, India is committed to fighting all their tricks to stop its western neighbour from inciting terror in the valley. The Indian security forces, despite suffering losses, managed to foil all its devious agendas. Once again, continuing with the spate of encounters that have taken place recently in the valley, Indian security forces eliminated 3 Lashkar-e-Taiba terrorists in Anantnag district.
In an encounter between the security forces and terrorists in South Kashmir's Anantnag district, 3 terrorists belonging to the proscribed terror outfit Lashkar-e-Taiba were neutralized after a 6-hour gun battle. As per police records, terrorists were part of the groups involved in several terror crimes, including attacks on security forces and security establishments. Arms and ammunition were recovered from the encounter site, which included 1 AK-47 rifle, 2 pistols, and other incriminating material. Moreover, in a joint operation, the Territorial Army and the police also arrested a terror associate in Kupwara district. The security officials recovered 10 grenades and 182 rounds of AK-47 rifle from the accused, who has been identified as Abdul Ahad Lone.
There have been a series of encounters in Jammu and Kashmir in the past few weeks. Some of the salient facets regarding these I would just like to highlight. Firstly, the security forces have achieved high degree of dominance in the Kashmir Valley, whether it is North or South Kashmir. Secondly, intelligence flow is coming very smoothly. As a result, the encounters are happening right on time and the terrorists are being neutralized. Thirdly, the security forces are using a lot of patience and giving enough time for the terrorists to surrender. This is particularly important because a number of these are very young youth who have been indoctrinated and weaned away by propaganda.
Frustrated with ongoing development and peace in Jammu and Kashmir, Pakistan is using all the tricks in its book to incite terrorism in the region, although most of its moves have either failed or backfired. To maintain peace and development, the Government of India has given a free hand to its security forces to eliminate terrorists operating in the Union Territory. Moreover, people in Kashmir Valley are also helping the Indian security forces to crack down on terror hideouts, and this has helped in executing a large number of counter-terrorism operations carried out by the Indian security forces in the recent past. Frustrated by repeated failure in carrying out large-scale terror attacks, Pakistan-backed terror groups are now adopting new tactics to unleash chaos and violence in the region. In recent months, Indian security forces have seized dozens of lethal sticky bombs dropped by drones and tunnels along the international border in Jammu and Kashmir. The arrival of the sticky bombs in Kashmir raises concern that an unnerving tactic attributed to the Islamabad-backed Taliban insurgents in nearby Afghanistan could be spreading to the Indian territory. Afghanistan in recent months has seen a series of sticky bomb attacks targeting security forces, judges, civil society activists and journalists.
Pakistan has realized that since 1990, the traditional way of militancy that was pushing in trained militants from its soil into India and Kashmir Valley is not working, and now it is on the dying stage because of the actions of the Indian security forces, the Kashmiri people rising up against all these militants, and also to ensure the bifurcation of Jammu and Kashmir state into 2 union territories and abrogation of Article 370-35A. Therefore, now it has started using these methods of the sticky bombs and others being dropped by drones across the border.
Thousands of Kashmir have died in a proxy war orchestrated by Pakistan, and they continue to suffer due to terrorist groups patronized by Pakistan military establishment. Kashmiri voices across the globe have urged the international community to take a serious note on Pakistan atrocities on Kashmiris and have highlighted the use of terrorism by Islamabad as a foreign policy tool against them. Despite all the embarrassment and name-calling at various global forums, Pakistan continues to use terrorism as an instrument of its state policy. Pakistan deep state, that is the army, has been indulging in malicious activities like infiltration and espionage to unleash mayhem in India. In a sophisticated world where other countries are looking forward to establishing peace, harmony and developing new technologies for the advancement of the world's settlement, Pakistan's state policy of terrorism is causing violence and is creating an environment of distrust in the world.